Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And yeah, let's just get into it. We can see that Bitcoin right now is back down to 58,986. Uh, Me personally, I'm not panicking or anything like that. I'm still in my trades, obviously in a loss. And Rick has actually doubled down on his positions as well in the Discord. As you can see, he turned his $1 million position into a $2 million position. So now Rick is actually in the $2 million trade on Bitcoin. So he is quite confident in his strategy, and I am confident in his strategy as well. But obviously, I have other people copying my trade, so obviously, I don't feel comfortable adding more trades for other people who are probably copying me with higher leverage, right? I've gotten some messages from people saying that they got liquidated copying my trades because they were using higher leverage. So that's something I don't really like to see, is people copying my trades with higher leverage, as I'm only using 5 leverage. That's why I'm still in my positions, right? And but yeah, anyways, let's just get into the get into it. We can see that right now on the monthly chart, we can see that -5 and a 17 right here for Bitcoin. So even after this big dump all the way down to from 66,000 all the way down to 58,800, we are still sitting at a -5 and a 17. But when we look at the daily, obviously it's a red X and a 16 and a -5, right? On a 12-hour, it's looking like a 17 and a -4, so a little bit of a slowdown there in the 12-hour. In the 6-hour, you can see a -1 now and an 11. Could possibly be getting a small green dot soon. Maybe we'll have to see about that. 4-hour looked like it was curling, but looks like the momentum waves are going to extend a little further downwards before we start to curl back up. But for the time being, it looks like the VWAP has not curled back on the 4-hour, so maybe we'll get a bounce from these levels, but who knows, right? Something I really want to reiterate and explain to you guys is also this right here. We'll take a look at this chart. So we could see here back in, I guess you could say February or all the way to May, right? We could see that 60,000 and or 58,000 was acting actually as a very strong point of resistance, right? We can see that we came back up here, rejected. We've come up, right? Once again, a little bit above, but still rejected, and then we fought it here. We got rejected a little bit, and then we ended up breaking out, but a strong rejection after all, as it failed to hold as support, and then we came back once again to retest it as resistance, and once again that's when we got rejected really hard and came all the way back down to 30,000 or 29,000 if you will, right? So that's basically your resistance there. But now we can see that Bitcoin has actually broken that, right? We've broken through that resistance that was pushing us down so much a couple months ago, or a few months ago I should say, and now we've tested it as support once, right? And now we're coming back down again, and now we're retesting it as support once again. Now the $1 million question that everybody's asking is, are we going to hold this as support, right? Are we going to have a few wicks down, a few candles down? It's very possible, right? We can see that when Bitcoin was trying to break it as resistance, right? It was failing, right? As to break the resistance and failing to hold this support. Now, are we going to fail to hold this as support? It's very possible, right? It's possible that we even get wicks down to maybe 55,000, right? 54, or even maybe even lower, right? Could they get down to 52? But ultimately, I feel like this is going to hold very strongly as support. I'm just going to delete some of this so you guys can, I'll just redraw this so you guys can see better. But ultimately, I feel like we have a very good chance of holding these levels of support, basically 60,000 to 58,000. I feel like we have a really good chance of starting to hold this as support. Even though market cipher is being quite negative on the daily, I believe on larger time frames give you a better picture of what's going to happen in the long term. It's just I don't want people to panic and this is the end. I need to sell my crypto right away, and no. All right, we've come a long way. We've come all the way down from 40,000 all the way to 69 or 68,800 if you will, right? Basically 69,000. So if you guys are panicking at these levels, then I don't know why you didn't panic when we're going up to, right? If you're not ready for these dumps, then you probably shouldn't be in crypto. because this happens often, right? We can see that this was a pretty big dump that day. I mean, 5% I shouldn't say is big, that we've seen bigger, right? But all in all, I'm not panicking. We have a lot of support coming in, and even though we're underneath 60,000, it was a key, there was a big psychological level, I will admit, but we still have a lot going for Bitcoin on this chart right here that I was talking about. So I believe that this level that we're at is going to hold very strongly. Okay, some other things to look at. We got the spider lines coming in. We can take a look at the daily time frame, right? Daily time frame, we are at the EMA bottom EMA ribbon right at the moment, right? Are we going to break it right away and just start crashing down? In my opinion, I don't think so. I think we're going to get a very strong bounce from here. As we can see, when we retested the bottom of the EMA ribbons, we've gotten some strong bounces from there, going all the way back to the upside, right? And when it's come back down again, we can see we did come back up after that also as well. And it's only when the EMA ribbons started to squeeze in like this that we saw a crash happen. I would say, yeah, this was a pretty substantial crash. You could see that we corrected all the way down to a 50% correction before coming back up and making a new all-time high. Right? People are saying this is the bear market. That's it. This is the end. In my opinion, I don't think so. But this is just my opinion, right? Don't take this as financial advice. Please do your own research. I hope this video helps to give you a little bit more clarity in the market and calm you guys down. As you can see, a lot of people were panicking today. You know, the Bitcoin was falling and liquidations were getting hit. Like yesterday, $875 million on Bybit was liquidated. You know, like we can see right now, the Bitcoin dominance is actually just coming back up substantially because the altcoins are selling off harder than Bitcoin is. So, my opinion, I still think that Bitcoin has a lot of gas left in the tank. I still think we got some new all-time highs coming. This is just a small blip on the radar, or just tiny little dump. May seem like nothing in the future. We're actually back up to 59,400. We can see some buying happening at the moment. We can go look at the chart if you guys want. Let's go just look at the 1 hour chart. We can see we're getting a pretty nice wick at the moment. Nice little green bar. Let's see if we're gonna get back above 60,000. We actually had a pretty big bullish divergence playing out. I don't know if I drew it on this chart. Let me go check on the other one so I don't draw unnecessary lines. I did not, but that's okay. I'll draw it on this chart instead, because I like messy drawings on this one for some reason. But we can see that right here, Bitcoin was making lower lows, right? Rick hates this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But he doesn't believe in my lines, but that's okay. His strategy works probably even better than mine. And we could see that right now, Bitcoin was forming some higher highs on the RSI, some lower lows. So I believe maybe this could be the bounce that we were waiting for. Maybe we're going to go back up now to 61,000, 63,000. Who knows? I'm not going to give you financial advice or predict the future. But yeah, this was not the time to sell in my opinion. I think that I'm still holding onto my trades. Bitcoin is still at a 34% profit on the spot market. It's going to take a long time to be in massive profits, but if you hold on, I believe we could make some really good gains. Anyways guys, you guys have a wonderful day. Make some really good trades. If you want, you could use my Bybit link in the description, and you can get a $630 bonus plus a 10% bonus deposit fee on whatever you deposit. Anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. We're at 6,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 7,000. Peace.